Hello, YouTube. We're going to answer a big one today. Are red dots faster? Here we go. Let's go with the question. I'm going to read all the way through it. It's a little bit long, not crazy, and then we'll parse through it. All right. People are constantly pushing me to spend money on red dots. Should red dot sight be faster on a handgun? Yes. I've tried it with different loaned guns and shot hundreds of rounds. Even shot stages with one to see how it works in action. But here's the thing. I have a little bit of astigmatism on my dominant right eye that also makes the dot look into more of a star and not a ball. I also find it extremely distracting to try and be target focused with this little ball bouncing everywhere. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. All right, I like irons with a red fiber front and blacked out rears. I shoot them target focused. I even train with sights occluded. Everything you teach in your videos, I seem to be able to convert to irons. Yeah. That's what it's for. I just feel like everything you teach is the same for irons, and it's just harder to see the stuff do the things. Does this make sense to you? Yes, it does. Irons, it's like a little less apparent. It's a little less obvious what's happening, but the same stuff is happening. All right. Are red dots genuinely faster than iron sights, or is it just easier for people to shoot the red dot and be target focused? That's an interesting question. We'll come back to that. So, am I missing out? Should I spend money on mounts and just try to find a dot I may be able to see with and join the dark side, or just stick to shooting with irons? I think if I were to shoot a red dot, I would spend a lot of money on shooting glasses that would fix the astigmatism, but will cost maybe more than the red dot sights. My vision with my left eye is perfect, and with irons, I have no issues. Okay, so it's a little kind of a weird question, but I do get this a lot. All right, let's go back and let's go right through it. Should red dot sight be faster on a handgun? Yes. Yes, it should be faster. Now, the reason why you put later in here is like, are red dots genuinely faster than iron sights, or is it just easier for people to shoot the red dot and be target focused? Well, yeah, I mean, it's a single plane aiming solution. And it is easier to shoot it target focused. In a sense, I think it's easier. I think most people agree with that, again, because it's single plane. So your eyes aren't playing this game where they're going back and forth, front sight, target, which is a really common thing with iron sights. And then, of course, you're not having to check the alignment with the front and the rear. You just put the thing where you want the bullets to go and you pull the trigger. So is it faster? Well, yeah. Yeah, for the reason that you pointed out. Now, there's a couple concerning things you put, and this is a super common thing when guys put in here. Like, first, you wrote, you have a little bit of astigmatism on your dominant eye. It makes the dot into more of a star than a ball, and you find it extremely distracting to try and be target focused with the little ball bouncing everywhere. Yeah, so a lot of people have an astigmatism. I have one. Dots appear like stars to me. Like, they don't look clean ever. Like, I'm not super sensitive to that stuff because I can't tell anyway, because I have a terrible astigmatism and all that stuff starbursts for me anyway. The fundamentals of using the sight don't change. You just keep using the sight, and the fact that it starbursts a little, I don't really care about that part. Oh, it's an F-18. That's and another one. Double F-18. It's a little, I'm sorry, you guys probably don't hear it as loud as I do, but it's a little bit annoying. You'd think they'd be cool, but after a while, they're a little bit annoying. Okay. So when you say you like irons with a red fiber front and blacked out rears, it's like, yeah, that's what you like. You like shooting that. All the concepts that I talk about can be converted right into that. I mean, it's fine. If you like shooting irons, you like training with that, and you don't want to mess with the dot stuff, that is fine. That is fine. But what it sounds to me like when you say, oh, the ball's dancing and it's difficult, it's kind of like, I more get the sense that you think it'd be a hard adjustment, or you're not really sure about it. And the one thing I can tell you is that you got to give it a little bit of time with the sight. Especially just borrowing a gun and shooting live ammo is kind of worst case scenario, as weird as that sounds. Best case scenario is you get some time with it to practice, dry fire, develop an index, and then shoot live ammo through it. So like having your own dot would really give you the best look at it, because like I said, in a sense now, it's the hardest because you don't have a developed index with that gun. You haven't practiced with it, and you have the different sight on it, and it's just struggle bus. So if you really want to give it a try, I would get well, you don't have to buy your own, but I would do something where you can actually get some time with the sight. So when you towards the end, you're like, so am I missing out? Should I spend my money on mounts? Just try to find a dot I may be able to see with and join the dark side, or just stick to shooting irons. You do whatever you want, man. A lot of people like shooting irons. I can tell you this. I could count on one fucking hand, the number of iron sight shooters I've seen in my open enrollment courses in the last year. I think one hand would cover it, maybe two hands, but no more. And I mean, we're talking a lot of people. And what I'm saying here is people that are into it, they're training a lot, they're doing all this stuff. They are shooting dots. That's just what they're doing. Now, it's a little bit a different situation internationally. I assume you shoot IPSC based on what you're writing. And I don't think you're from the US either. It's a little different internationally. I think a lot of the problem there is the permitting behind guns. It's like not so easy just to go buy more shit for a lot of people. But in the US, it's a lot easier. And I'm just telling you, pretty much everybody I see has dots on their guns. And it's not even that like the dots are that much faster or that much better. It's just that's what people want to use. So that's just the direction it's going. It's a little bit of following the trend, and it's a little bit of the relative cheapness and availability of the dots. And the last part you're saying, I think if I were to shoot a red dot, I would have to spend a lot of money on shooting glasses that would fix the astigmatism. No, you don't. You don't have to do that shit. I don't do that. And I would be surprised if I don't have a worse astigmatism than you. My eyes are pretty terrible. But I don't do anything to correct it. I just shoot it, and it looks like a little starbursty, and I just ride it out and send it. So, I think you should, if you're going to give it a try, I would do it under a little bit different circumstances. Try to set it a little more to your advantage. But yeah, you should try it. I think it would be good and interesting for you. And yeah, there you go. You should try it. It'll be fun. It'll expand your horizons. And honestly, it'll probably improve your iron sight shooting too, if that's what you end up going back to and wanting to continue.